Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aries. If you don't know who I am, I make reaction videos. My name is Aries. I make reaction videos. Um, I make the best reaction videos, not just reaction videos. I make the best on social media. I make the best. So please follow me, subscribe, like, share to your friends so they can bring their friends. Now today's video, no, first before I say any other thing, subscribe. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Okay, thank you for subscribing. So today's video, we're going to be reacting to the top 10 richest beggars in the world. The caption sounds somehow to me. I don't know what they mean by that. Let's see what they're talking about.
Factsverse presents Top 10 Richest Beggars in the World. Number 1. Simon Wright. Simon Wright is a professional beggar. The 37-year-old London man
They are professional beggar. So if you ask this guy now, what do you do for a living? He's a professional beggar. What the hell, bro? What the hell?
spends at least 8
I wonder if you got rich off begging.
hours each day and extra time on the weekends standing on the street of London begging for money.
Wait, so he's a hardworking beggar.
He dresses in ratty clothes and he walks with his dog. His area of choice is next to a NatWest cash point that is close to a railway station. Each day, thousands of commuters walk by and give him money. He makes about £50,000 per year. Each night he goes home to his £300,000 flat in Fulham, begging on the street.
What? Like he's actually making a living off begging. £200,000 flat in the UK. What? £50,000 a year. Bro is making more than most people, bro. Of begging. Just saying, please give me this. So he's a hardworking beggar.
Streets of West London pays really well. Number 2. Aisha. Aisha was a 100-year-old woman who spent her days panhandling in the town of Jeddah. She was blind, and for years she would sit on the street in tattered clothing begging people for money. People would see this old blind woman on the streets, and they would feel bad. When she put out her tin cup, the people passing by had no problem putting money in, trying to help the homeless woman. When she passed away, it turned out that she wasn't as poor as she wanted everyone to think. When she got sick, she gave her will
I'm not saying that don't. I'm not saying that all beggars, bro. I feel some of them, they have.
to a friend and asked him not to read it until she had passed. When she died and her will was read, it turned out that she has Saudi Riyal 3 million in cash, which is the equivalent of 800,000 US dollars.
What? Guy, a beggar. 800,000 US dollars. And now I'm from Nigeria. Let me check what it is in naira. $800,000 pound. $800,000 times one, because dollar is now 1.5 to naira. 1.2 billion naira. A beggar. 1.2 billion naira. No, 120 billion naira, sorry. Wow.
She also had Saudi Riyal 1 million worth of jewelry, which is the equivalent of $226,000 US. She even owned 4 buildings
800,000 was in cash. This one was a millionaire. In dollars. In dollars, she was a beggar. She was a millionaire beggar. What the hell?
in the Al Balad district of Jeddah. She left all of her assets to the homeless people that she knew from the streets. Number 3. Sambaji Kale. Sambhaji Kale doesn't have a traditional job. He and his family of 4 spend their days begging for money. He lives in Mumbai, where apparently
So their family business is begging now. The hell, bro. They have a big,
begging can
they have a begging empire.
be very profitable. After a day of begging, the family is able to bring home 1,000 rupees. The family has managed to save 40,000 rupees in the bank, and they have a few thousand rupees in investment companies. At the end of the day, they retire to either their flat in Virar or one of their 2 houses in Solapur. Number 4. Krishna Kumar Gita.
Is it that some of these beggars have grace more than some? Because how is this now? The woman made millions off begging. So she's a millionaire. So they're millionaire beggars. That means begging is $1 million business. What the hell?
Krishna Kumar Gite is another beggar from Mumbai. He spends his days begging at his favorite spot at CP Tank near the Charni Road. He dresses in rags so that he can appear very poor. However, he makes more money each day than many of the people who give him money. Each day, he makes about 1,500 rupees. When he is done panhandling for the day, he heads home to the flat that he owns in Nalasopara. Number 5. Erwin Corey. Erwin Corey is a 97-year-old man from New York City. For the last 17 years, he has been walking up and down 35th Street in Manhattan panhandling. He hasn't always been a panhandler. For years, he had an acting and comedy career. He has even performed alongside legends including Jackie Gleason and Woody Allen. He lives in a house that is worth $3.5 million. It is located
Another millionaire. Bro, so begging is million or $1 billion business. Now, wow.
in the East Midtown section of Manhattan. When he is collecting money on the streets, he makes between $100 and $250 a day. What makes him different than the top
Wait, let's calculate it. Let's calculate it. $250 a day. 250 times 30. $7,500 a month. Times 12. $90,000. $90,000 a year. From begging. $90,000 from begging.
top 10 richest beggars in the world is that he gives the money that he collects to a charity in
Bro said top 10 richest beggar in the world.
Cuba that buys medical supplies for children. He invests some of his money in newspapers that he sells on the street.
Sha, it's good that he's investing. It's good that investing, Sha, and they're helping other people. So they're helping other beggars too. It's good, Sha.
This is the money that he lives on. Number 6. Lakshmi Das. Lakshmi Das spent 44 years begging near Hatibagan, which is a busy road junction in northern Calcutta. She was only 16 years old when she started panhandling. She spent very little of the money that she received to support herself her whole life. When she was 60 years old, she went to the bank and deposited 200 pounds of coins that filled 4 buckets. Number 7. The unidentified man on the street. A person was walking down the street and took a photo of this man and his daughter panhandling. The pair appears dirty and they are in tattered clothes. The young girl is wearing her father's jacket.
And these Benz key. See it. And he's begging. What's a Mercedes? I don't know the model. But that's a Mercedes.
To keep warm. If you look closely at her pocket, you can see a set of keys to a Mercedes. Number 8. Will Anderson. Will Anderson is a 43-year-old former stagehand from New York City. He spends his days with his 9-year-old dog, Rizzo, begging for money. His favorite spots are near the Grand Central Terminal and on East 42nd Street between Vanderbilt and Madison Avenue. He sits on the street with his dog and a sign that reads, "Spare change for me and my pooch." According to Anderson, he makes about $200 per hour. That is a pretty good salary for someone who does nothing all day. Number 9. Gary Thompson. Gary per hour. That is a pretty good salary for someone who does nothing. He sits on the street with his dog and a sign that reads, "Spare change for me and my pooch."
And this is actually a very smart like strategy because a lot of people have pity for dogs. A lot of people love dogs, love animals, they pity animals. Some people even pity animals more than human beings, so it's actually a good strategy.
According to Anderson, he makes about $200 per hour. That is a pretty good salary for someone who does nothing all day.
That's not
Number 9.
like
Gary
nothing, nothing, absolutely nothing. Alright.
Thompson. Gary Thompson is originally from Texas, but he now lives in Lexington, Kentucky. He gets around in a wheelchair, which he says he needs because he has difficulty walking. He even has trouble using his hands. What most people don't know is that he pretends to be mentally and physically handicapped so that he can earn money panhandling. He says that he makes up to $100,000 each year begging for money on the streets. Number 10. Masu. Masu is a beggar from India. Each morning he takes an auto rickshaw to his favorite begging spot. When he gets there, he changes his clothes
Bro said his favorite begging spot. Wait, the Greek has a favorite begging spot.
and spends 8 to 10 hours a day begging for money before heading back home. He says that he makes 1,500 rupees and he is a millionaire. Most people who give him money while he is begging have no idea that his net worth is higher than theirs. He says that panhandling requires long days, but it is worth it. Subscribe for more.
Hold on, I didn't know. Shall you begging? Some of these beggars are actually phonies. But I actually did not know that like there's so much money like this in it. That's crazy. Okay, guys, thank you for watching the video. Please comment if there's any beggar that was left out of this list, that was left off this list. Please comment in the comment section. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.